Once again, this is Dr. McLean with the Well. Thank you for joining us. And I'm so excited because the two guests I have here is going to talk about something that can enrich your lives, whether you are a student now or you're thinking about changing careers. So this evening, we're going to talk about the trades and more specifically carpentry and automotive industry. And just these are some fun facts. Did you know that in the United States, there is a demand for those in construction carpentry? Over 400,000 jobs are needed. And it is estimated that by 2030, there will be 79 million people in the United States who have retired. And in the automotive industry, they make up 5% of the trades, of all the trades in the United States. And it is a $10 million industry. And another fun fact that I found out was that people who are in the trades, they rate their jobs as 95% that they are happy with what they do. So I'm going to turn my attention over to these two gentlemen. I'm going to let them tell what they do, introduce themselves, and talk about their program.
Well, my name is Eddie Perry. I'm automotive instructor with Hinds Community College Utica campus, as well as district coordinator for Hinds Community College. And what I do, well, first of all, I was in the industry for 38 years, hands-on, meaning repair, own the shop. Also wrote public transit grants at one time as a director. So when I teach automotive in my class, I actually teach the whole transportation pathway, because I tell my students, think transportation pathway, because I've worked in a lot of entities where, like I said, I wrote grants and as well as repairing, but I started out repairing. But I love what I do. I noticed you said that. And actually, to do what I do, I think you have to have a passion for it. You have to have a lot of patience. But yes, I love it.
Okay. Mr. McGee, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is James McGee. I'm the carpentry instructor for Utica. And the program that I teach is residential carpentry. But I teach a little bit more than residential. I teach more commercial than I do residential. My background is in commercial construction. I've been everything from the guy that was toting the boards all the way up to the guy that was the project manager, managing some projects over 30 to 40 million dollars, with the lead general superintendent on some of them. And I get off on passing the knowledge that was passed down to me to a younger generation. You have a lot of kids out there that have no clue as to which direction they need to go in. And, you know, it takes some time, you know, you hear the saying of it takes a village. And at Utica, I can honestly say the Utica campus is a village in trying to nurture the kids and nudge them in a direction that they need to go in, you know, where they can be productive citizens, find great jobs that will pay, you know, more money than working at a fast food restaurant. And, you know, typically they can leave our programs. I know my program, they have went from a 2-year program to a 1-year program, because in the first semester, I teach first semester and second semester in the first semester. And then I teach second semester and third semester in the second semester. And when my kids leave, I try to have jobs lined up for them. I have people calling me all the time that's asking for, you know, somebody that is in my program or that is leaving my program to be able to come out and work on their job sites. About 2 weeks ago, I had a guy call me. He was a former student of mine, and he now has his own construction company. Well, he reached back out to me to try to offer the same nurture and care that I extended to him to my students. But the thing is that he's working 2 hours away, and that's a little bit too far for those guys to go. Well, he reached back out and told me that a guy was looking for a sheetrock superintendent or a foreman. And I reached out to one of my former students and let him know, of the opportunity that had, come across my desk. Well, the job pays 85,000. People have looked down on the guys that were dirty and muddy and different stuff like that. I never started making real money until I started getting dirty. And I went to college at Mississippi College, played football, won championships and all that stuff. But when I left there, I had no direction as to where I wanted to go. And when I got married, I married into a construction family. And that's where, I really and truly got a sense of direction. I had guidance. I had, older guys that was working on the job sites and stuff that were kind of guiding me how to build this and how to build that. And I played around. I'm not going to lie to you. I played around for a good 6 months, not really wanting to learn anything. And I'll tell you the truth, I was in the bank one day, and the guy that was running our jobs was cashing his check. This is in 1995. I think my check was like $360, and I was happy. And I looked over his shoulder and saw his check was $1,200 and something dollars. I knew then I needed to take it serious.
Right.
And, it shifted in me then. And once, the money motivated me. But in order to get the money, you have to acquire the knowledge.
Yeah.
And once I started acquiring, more knowledge and being able to independently run jobs by myself, I started making a lot more money.
And that's what we all want to do. I mean, make money, support ourselves, take care of our families, not be a financial burden.
Right.
So those who are watching, and for Utica, the campus that you all work at is actually very interesting because it was founded in 1903 and it was formerly Utica Junior College until it became associated with Hinds Community College in 1982.
Yes.
But what's also fascinating is the Utica campus was able to keep its HBCU accreditation going too.
So true.
So it's it's a jewel that we have here in Mississippi, and it's a hidden jewel that we have. So what are some of the requirements for someone who wanted to get in your programs?
Well, if you want to get in our program, there's really not a prerequisite, but you do have to have a high school equivalent.
Okay.
Yes. And so if you don't have a high school equivalent, then we have resources, we have programs that will help them. It's called My Best Program.
Yeah.
Okay.
They will assess them and kind of tutor them and help them to prepare for that test.
What is that? Is there a cost for this?
No, it's not.
So Hinds provide this free of charge to
Free of
prepare
charge,
someone
exactly.
for a career that can be rewarding for the rest of their lives
To
if
prepare
they need
you.
to.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have really benefited from those students in My Best class with both our programs actually. Yes.
So your programs, you can have a certificate.
Yes, you can have a certificate. Actually, both our programs are different.
Okay.
Which a lot of programs within Hinds are different. My program, I speak on my behalf. My program, you can get a certificate, you can get a technical, or you can get an AA degree in it. Okay. If you want a certificate degree, then you go 2 semesters. If you want a technical degree, you go 3 semesters. Or you can come back and take some academic class, about 5 classes. And then you can get an AA degree, and you can then continue into a 4-year, maybe engineer program or whatever. And but actually, all of our programs can offer some of that.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's the same, even with the carpentry program.
Okay. Yes, we call it stackable credentials, and so that's when we started that. Also, not only can they stack those certificates and degrees, they also can stack certifications. like I offer ASE, everybody know ASE, NC3, kind of known around the Midwestern region, but it's actually by Snap-on, so it's really accredited, certification as well. Yes.
So there's really not much difference in your program as far as certificates and degrees that you all can get for your students.
The only difference is my kids right now, you can get your career and your technical in 1 year in carpentry. And what I tell my kids every day, I am a commercially trained carpenter. If you watch the news and pay attention to all of the new construction projects that are coming down the pipeline, let's say from Gadsden City to Vicksburg to Madison, all the Amazon plants to Brandon's and stuff. The state of Mississippi is gearing up to spend over what, $40 billion?
Wow.
Somebody has to go out and build these plants.
Yes.
I spent 2.5 years working at Nissan. I think we did like 4 buildings out there. You have to get in and get some type of training up under your belt. You will never stop learning. You don't have to be a general superintendent going out to get a job. You need to be able to know the basic skills, how to read a tape, how to accurately run the tools, such as a saw, know the difference in the materials and stuff. And those are some of the things that I teach in my program. I teach everything from reading blueprints to estimating to math to roofing, interior finish. Those are the things that I'm supposed to teach, which are residential. But I also teach how to build foundation walls, how to tie steel, how to pour concrete, how to set forms, and really and truly dig deep down into those blueprints and understand what you're looking at.
So it sounds like with you guys' program, someone can come out well trained, and when they get out, they can immediately find a career, not just a job, but a career.
Right.
Is there a type of job placement assistance that Hinds do for the students?
Yes, first of all, we pride ourselves as instructors. Actually, we are the advisors. McGee just hit on it. We want to touch the inner person. We want to make sure they're a better person. We want success is not just going to work. Success when somebody called up and said, I got a family now, and my family's in college. That's success to us. But you got to give them those tools needed, to provide for them families, and they come from all walks of life. And so when they come to our class, no matter where they are, we try to bring everybody up to the same level. I've had individuals been incarcerated, and one I'm thinking about is in Texas now, working at a Honda dealership. I've had several. I had one went on to be a teacher, an instructor. So if somebody really wanted, when they come to our class, we take it personal because we come from industry, and so we know all the different opportunities out there for them. So although Hinds do have a placement program, but by the time they come and tell us about jobs and set up job fairs, usually our guys already is employed. And when I say guys, I'm not just talking about
that was gonna be my next question
men, genders. Both our classes, we have some of the most successful females in our class. Matter of fact, a lot of times they're more challenging than the guys. If they come in, they are serious at the top of the class.
So it sounds like, so not only it has nothing to do with male, female, white or black, your
No,
socioeconomic status. You guys
no,
are nurturers. You're not just
right.
instructing and teaching. You're bringing someone in and you're nurturing them. That's helping them to be a whole person, a
Exactly.
holistic person,
Exactly.
not just teaching them technical skills or this is how
Right.
you do things or
Yeah.
whatever. So it
Yeah.
seems like you all bring just a special something to what you do, and you're just not there to just do a job.
No.
And that's what I'm getting from you all, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm people who are watching to know.
Well,
that
one thing
everything-
that we do at Hinds Utica, we're a family.
Mhm.
And we look at our students as almost like
Our kids.
our own
They are.
kids.
Right.
You know, I get off on a kid calling me or stopping by and saying, okay, Mr. McGee, I'm working down in New Orleans at a nuclear power plant. You know, I have kids that went off to, he used to be the kid that couldn't nail two boards together.
Mm.
You would leave and go to lunch and he'll still be in the corner trying to do it.
Yeah.
Those are the kids that I'm looking for, the ones that have the grit and the determination, and that same kid that couldn't nail two boards together now has been working from New Orleans to North Carolina, working in nuclear power plants, making over six figures now. It's out there.
It's out there
if you want it.
Yes.
We
run a lot of kids, that hate math in school, in grade school. But when they get into both our programs, because he talked about, there's a lot of math, there's a lot of measurement. Action automotive is the same way. A lot of math. We was doing we was miking a differential we was building. And so we give them the tools, we show them how to read it, and then we say, okay, you do the math, you tell me, and we go with it. But a lot of these students, they hate math.
Yeah.
But when it's applied, I said, now, why did you understand that? He said, because I love it. I see now how useful it is. In grade school, I think the teacher, and I know they're great teachers,
right?
But I'm saying, I think some need to tell them, okay, you're going to need this one day, and show them how it's going to be applied. And I believe some of those students will be more interested in it.
So can students as early as in high school, how can they get interested in these careers that you all offer?
We have job fairs. We go into the high schools all the time. And we as instructors, not just our recruiters, I find myself in these schools all of the time. If they'll let me come in a district, some schools are out of our district, so to speak. But if they invite us in, we can come in. It can be outside district if they invite us in. But if not, it's kind of territorial.
And we also go and set up different booths at these schools, and we display some of the futures and stuff that our different programs have. Like I might go and set up some module mock homes, some small scale homes that we have constructed in the lab, and just showing the kids the different things that you can do. I don't just teach carpentry, I teach construction. And construction is much bigger than carpentry.
That's right.
And back to piggyback off what you were saying about female, I had some female students, I think my first year, I think I had 5. Well, I also taught in the welding program for Ingalls Shipyard at night. I have 2 of those female students right now that are down at Ingalls still welding. And that makes me proud.
Right.
I know it does. It makes me proud too, as a female.
Yes.
And my husband does some welding. He has told me that sometimes some females make some of the best welders because they are meticulous and they pay attention to detail.
Yeah, that's right.
What he told me.
That's right. And even in the automotive field, you got to be alert and aware, and it's all about because I teach a lot of safety. And so by teaching, and I'm sure he did too, because you got to have an eye. But I mean, I tell myself, if you do just an oil change, walk under that whole car looking for stuff, it's gonna put money in your pocket also.
Mm-hmm.
But the main objective, if you miss something and say it could be a tire runoff, you did oil change. You can't say I didn't work on your tire. No, you're responsible because now you licensed. So once you get licensed, you're responsible. Even though you didn't see it, you should have saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say those females, they got an eye for detail. They don't miss anything.
And one last thing, what about the older adult who might be looking for a career change?
Yes.
Or
Yeah, we don't discriminate.
okay.
Well,
Yeah, I'm sorry. but yeah, I've had my oldest student was actually from Port Gibson. He was 80 years old.
in the automotive program.
In my automotive program, Mr. Odom. I can tell you his name because everybody knows Mr. Odom around Port Gibson area. Mr. Odom was 80 years old, and I'm telling you, he was up in it. Now you may have to help him put a tire on, to lift something heavy, but electronics, he was eating that electronic up. He just couldn't believe electricity was that easy to understand because what I try to do, I paint a picture. I teach electricity like water because like current in a stream, electricity flow the same way. Resistance like a dam, think of it as a dam, or spricket on a water faucet. You're not cutting the electricity all the way out, but you're controlling the flow, just like at a spricket. And so you just teach him in the easy way, and he just could not believe that he was so advanced with electricity, so easy like that. When he was afraid of it when he first came in, he's like, I learned that tune up, I'll learn this. I said, no, you're gonna learn it all because everything electronic, everything computerized. We got fully electric cars and EVs and hybrids and even autonomous vehicles. So we do all that. Like McGee said, we looking for advance. We looking for opportunity. Whatever industry is doing, I was just over the break in Dayton, Ohio, training on self-driving and autonomous and connected vehicles. And so whatever out there, I'm going to SEMA or wherever, I'm looking and bringing that back to our little campus at Utica. Matter of fact, we were chosen 12 teams out of U.S. and Canada to actually design a battery for electric vehicle.
Out of the United States,
right?
And
On Utica campus.
Utica, Mississippi.
Yes.
And we partner with Jackson State right now. We're in the third year in that. You got teams like Ohio State, University of Alabama, UNLV. Like I said, a couple of schools out of Canada. We got two teams in Canada, actually, just 12, and we was chosen.
And see, this is why I enjoy doing this, what I do, because people need to know knowledge is power, and people need to know what's out there and what all the opportunities that are out there that people don't know about that can advance them and help their families and their careers. And I am so grateful that you all decided to take time out of your busy schedules to come and discuss this. And I look forward to actually talking to more of the career program and leaders at Hinds Community College, especially on Utica campus. So I hope this is not our last conversation. I look forward to many more. And again, thank you.
Thank you.
And before I close, do you all have any closing remarks that you would like to say to anybody who's listening?
I would say anytime somebody want to come down to Utica campus, come down. We'll give you a tour and show you what we do.
And I'll put some information at the end, get some contact information for anybody who's interested and want to know further information how they can come and be a student in your program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You all, thank you for watching. And again, thank you for watching The Well, and be well.